Hello and welcome to the NewsX Sunday Guardian Roundtable. Today we're taking a look at the opposition unity and will it all get together in time for 2024? Already we are seeing that within the opposition there seems to be two camps. One camp is in favor of a third front, is led by the regional parties, while the Congress and some of its allies want there to be a united fight against the BJP. Whether the Congress takes the upper hand in this or not is also a question that the Congress will have to deal with, because most of the allies opposition have realized that Rahul Gandhi versus Modi just doesn't make the mark. Will Congress agree to play a supporting role? Will they agree to support somebody else as the prime mover and shaker of this alliance? Because I think everybody agrees they should not put up a face. But end of the day, what shape will the opposition take? Will it be issue-based? Will there be personalities involved? And what are the compromises that each party will have to make? The Congress, of course, will have to make the most compromises because it has, I think, the most at stake also. Joining me in this discussion is Ashutosh. He's the founder, editor of satyahindi.com. Rashid Kidwai, author of 24 Akbar Road. He's written a biography of Sonia Gandhi. He's a political historian and, of course, a very veteran journalist. Nirmal Pathak, he's the editor at PTI Bhasha. He's also a senior journalist and someone who's covered the Congress pretty closely. PKD Nambiar, he's a brand guru. He's written a book on art of branding and also political commentator. Ashutosh, what does it look like? Does it look like the Congress? We've had this discussion so many times, but it comes to the Congress. Congress will have to figure out what to do.
So let me start with my submission. Let me start with my conclusion first. Then I'll go for the assumptions and other analysis. The conclusion is that by 2024 May, that is just before the elections, there will be an opposition unity. What will be the form of the opposition unity? That is something which we can't predict right now. If we think that this will be something like in 1989 or 77 or 67, maybe we will be predicting too much, and we will be too optimistic. That's a point number one. The point number two is that the problem is that the Congress party in terms of numbers is not so overwhelmingly dominant or overwhelmingly big as the BJP is, or as any political party had been in the opposition earlier. So that is creating a problem between the opposition political parties, because it's difficult for them to accept Congress party as the leader of the bloc, and accept Rahul Gandhi or anybody from the Congress party as the prime ministerial candidate. That's a point number two. The point number three is, I think halfway mark has already been done by the Congress party in terms of alliances, for the simple reason because in Bihar, they are in a strong opposition with the Nitish Kumar and RJD and other left parties. In Maharashtra, in Shiv Sena and NCP, they are in good alliances. In Jharkhand, they are in alliance in Tripura and West Bengal also, and also in terms of in Tamil Nadu. So it's not that the Congress has no alliance partner per se. The Congress is hated by the opposition. The point number four, I think the Congress has made a major climb down in terms of setting the agenda and the rules of the game. In Chennai, if you remember, Mallikarjun Kharge categorically said, we are different. We have to sink our differences. We have to unite, and the Congress is not willing to play the dominant role. That's a very important statement made by them. This has been taken further by Stalin. Stalin has said there is no place for third front alliances. Now, on the first three, I think there cannot be a difference between the opposition political parties. But on the fourth one, that is the third front, I think that is where the problem is. The Congress suspicion is, and my suspicion is also, that Mamata Banerjee might be either too scared with the loss of TMC in Sagar Digi, where she has been winning for a very long time, or she is under some kind of pressure by the enforcement agencies or something like that. Sooner or later, she will come along, because she cannot seem to be going with BJP. If she does that, she's finished in West Bengal. So my submission is there are discarded notes. There are problems within the opposition unity, and the Congress has made a major claim down. But Congress has to do a lot other things to keep everybody realize that the Congress is not the old Congress. Is willing to form opposition alliances. Is willing to fight with Mr. Modi along with others.
So Rashid, Ashutosh has laid out, I think, quite a thing what the Congress really needs to do. But yet we have Akhilesh and Mayawati not really agreeing to this logic. Akhilesh and Mamata Banerjee and even Jagan. So they are still talking about a third front.
So Priya, today we have a optimistic Ashutosh. Normally we have a very pessimistic Ashutosh. So that's I think that speaks well of the opposition. But I think the real problem, and
Not
Ashutosh
mentioned
is right in
everyone. I don't think he
lot of
mentioned.
his theoretical premises, and I agree probably with his conclusion also, but I have a major disagreement with him and his this thing. The real problem is Rahul Gandhi. What to do with Rahul Gandhi question? Rahul Gandhi is the biggest insurance policy that Narendra Modi has, and it's not of Rahul Gandhi's undoing. Basically, his strength, his family name, and the stature that he has, first among equals within the opposition rank, puts the problem. Rahul Gandhi is not in a position, unlike Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, to say that he is not a contender. He's been constantly advised by his coterie and his people and within the Congress that if you do this, then that will demoralize the Congress rank and file, which is fair enough point. But the second part and problematic part is that if Rahul Gandhi continues to be, then whether it's Mamata Banerjee or Nitish Kumar or any opposition party, the third front or non-Congress parties, they are not in a position, they are not willing to play second fiddle to Rahul Gandhi. So that way, Rahul Gandhi's continuation, his success after Bharat Jodo Yatra, the kind of primacy, whether it's BJP's gift or so, that ongoing impasse in parliament, etc., logjam, it gives Rahul Gandhi a kind of aura. And that is something that whether, Akhilesh, Mamta, none of them like this. This is a real problem. Remember, Priya, alliances are formed from position of strength, not from position of weakness. So post Karnataka elections, and if at all Congress wins, then perhaps Congress would be better off to kind of bargain or negotiate and have a 3-way, 4-way, 5-way alliance.
Okay. Karnataka, I think the Congress feels that it is in a strong position, but Nirmal, little bit about Parliament also. What is happening in Parliament? The whole Rahul Gandhi, is the opposition government helping Rahul Gandhi by making such an issue of his Cambridge speech?
तो कांग्रेस को राहुल गांधी का इस्तेमाल किस तरह से करना है, वो एक बहुत बड़ा इश्यू होगा आने वाले इलेक्शन के। अभी 1 साल का समय बाकी है, बहुत सारी चीजें बनेंगी, बिगड़ेंगी। कोalition को लेके आशुतोष ने काफी अच्छा उसको एनालाइज किया है कि जहां जहां कांग्रेस के साथ अभी अलायंस में है वो तो रहेंगे ही रहेंगे, जो रीजनल पार्टीज हैं। लेकिन दूसरी पार्टी, मुझे नहीं लगता कि इससे ज्यादा दायरा बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ने वाला है। एक आध पार्टी कोई और आ जाए तो ठीक है, लेकिन और उसमें जो प्रॉब्लम जो रशीद के कोई पॉइंट आउट कर रहे थे, वो राहुल गांधी का एक अपना पर्सोना भी है, जिसकी वजह से रीजनल पार्टीज, ममता बनर्जी खास करके, यूपी में तो कांग्रेस का अखिलेश और मायावती उनके अपने कंपल्शंस हैं। अखिलेश को राहुल से हो सकता है उतनी प्रॉब्लम ना हो, लेकिन ममता बनर्जी को डेफिनेटली है, या जगन मोहन रेड्डी हैं, या के चंद्रशेखर राव। तो ये लोग राहुल गांधी की लीडरशिप में एक अम्ब्रेला के नीचे आने के लिए मुझे नहीं लगता कि इतनी जल्दी तैयार होंगे। और कांग्रेस
लीडरशिप में आ सकते हैं, इज दैट योर पॉइंट ना? तो अगर कांग्रेस खागे की लीडरशिप दिखाए बिल्कुल, तो उसके लिए लेकर
नहीं, उसमें फिर उनके देखिए इन सभी जगहों पे, वेस्ट बंगाल में भी और आंध्र में, तेलंगाना में या उड़ीसा में, यहाँ कांग्रेस का अपना वोट शेयर है अभी भी। तो नवीन पटनायक डेफिनेटली कांग्रेस को बढ़ते हुए नहीं देखना चाहेंगे। जब वो कांग्रेस को थोड़ा सा बढ़ने की स्थिति होती है तो वो बीजेपी को सपोर्ट करने लगते हैं। वो अपने इस हिसाब से उन्होंने पिछले 20 साल आराम से वहां निकाले। ममता बनर्जी वहां कांग्रेस को बिल्कुल नहीं बढ़ने देना चाहती। तो ये तेलंगाना और आंध्र में भी वही सिचुएशन है। यहाँ कांग्रेस का अपना ट्रेडिशनल वोट शेयर है, लेकिन ये लीडर्स अगर कांग्रेस को बढ़ने देंगे तो फिर उनकी पॉलिटिक्स उसमें खतरे में आती है।
This is the thing, PKD, contradictions within the Congress. Congress has with ज्यादा fights are with the opposition camp than straight fights with the BJP. सिर्फ north में ही कांग्रेस and BJP लड़ रही है। तो इसको लेकर how do you see the parliament session? Is the BJP helping Rahul by promoting him because Rahul suits them? Why are they making such a big deal of Rahul's Cambridge comments?
Now, coming to the reality of the opposition unity, what Ashutosh Bhai said, the reality is that today the number of seats the Congress is holding in the Lok Sabha is about less than 50 or 50. Now, where is this? When is it? Till the time it is not going to on its own able to make it 100. There is no question of leadership. The difference between a TMC and the Congress, the difference between DMK and the Congress in terms of numbers are very, very small. And where is this Congress is going to get this 100 seats? No congressman till today, at least in my private conversation, also have not been able to tell. Will they be able to get anything from UP? No. Will they be able to get something from in the last election? Almost 19 seats out of the 20 had gone to Congress and the Congress alliances in Kerala, and that is the major chunk which you have it in this 50. Do you think that the Congress is in its weakest position even in Kerala? They will not be able to get more than 5. In fact, 2 days back, I was talking to a very senior Congress functionary. He was telling that 5 million is a very big thing. So we are all discussing in a hypothetical manner. Will the Congress as a political party is in a position to get at least 100 seats on its own? Then they can play a big brother approach amongst the regional parties, because none of the regional parties will ever be able to get more than 30, 35 in the best possible manner. So the question is that will anybody, Rahul Gandhi is not in a position to command supremacy in terms of these regional players. Mamta don't consider him as a natural senior leader, nor even DMK. In fact, only the opposition leader till today officially has acknowledged that Rahul Gandhi will be our prime minister candidate is the DMK. Nobody else, that is MK Stalin, nobody else has ever even uttered even a word he will be aligning. Now, we were all talking about the South is going to be the bastion for the Congress. But the fact is that whether it is except the Karnataka and a little bit in Kerala, there is no other place the Congress may not be even able to come with 1 or 2 seats. So where is the Congress is going to get the 100 seats to play the role of a senior party within this coalition? And in most of the other places, even in Maharashtra, whether it is in Bihar, in most of the other places, they are more of like not even a B. They are more of like a third partner within the coalition of UPA or whatever you say. So the question is that Narendra Modi versus Rahul Gandhi, which of course no regional opposition parties wanted to get into that game. On the other side, that Rahul Gandhi and the Congress wanted to play that kind of a game. If you really look at it from the last 1 year, especially after the Bharat Jodo Yatra, it was very clearly evident Rahul Gandhi feels that he is the only man who will be able to play against the Modi. Then Ashutosh ji ka favorite friend hai, the very twist is going to be the favorite friend of Ashutosh ji, that Arvind Kejriwal and TMC. They feel that they are a natural coalition, and they would not like to go under the umbrella of, unless the agencies play a little more good or a bad game, I don't think that they have any reason to come together with the Congress. So I think the opposition unity, what we are trying to create in the TV panel, are far going to be a reality.
Okay, I'm going to just take a quick break and come back, and I want to discuss the other leaders, the opposition leaders, especially Kejriwal, Akhilesh and Mamta Banerjee, after a quick break.
बचा लिए पॉलिसी बाजार पे कार इंश्योरेंस में पैसे बचा लिए
पॉलिसी बाजार पे कार इंश्योरेंस कंपेयर करके खरीदो और 8,000 रुपए तक बचाओ।
Hello and welcome back to the NewsX Sunday Guardian Roundtable. We're here taking a look at the opposition politics, and Ashutosh, we can't discuss opposition without discussing, as PKD said, your old friend. I think from the other leaders, there is Rahul Gandhi. The other side, the tallest is Kejriwal, maybe not in terms of seats, but in terms of image and in terms of personality. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. See, let me again start with the conclusion. I think in 2024, Rahul Gandhi will not be the prime ministerial candidate, come what may. I could clearly see that there is a Bala Saheb Thackeray model with the Congress who's going to follow it. It started with the Sonia Gandhi, and then somebody else, maybe Rahul Gandhi, is also thinking on those lines. Second point is, I think instead of talking about from where the Congress party will get the seat, it's important to talk about from where the BJP will get 272 seats. Let's talk about it. Okay. Bihar, can BJP repeat the same performance? No, it will not. In Maharashtra, can they repeat the same performance? Out of 48, last time they had 42, including the Shiv Sena. There is already a murmur in Maharashtra, and the local BJP unit and the Eknath Shinde both have conveyed to party ala kaman that let's have an assembly election along with the parliamentary. That itself is a sign of nervousness and the problem there, because with the high hopes with which the BJP wanted Eknath Shinde to work, I think that phenomenon has completely fizzled out. So it's in Maharashtra, BJP is in a deep problem. The third point is, I think the election in 2024 and the strategy of the opposition will be defined not by opposition but by the BJP, because the opposition has to decide whether they want to go with the deep sea or with the devil. Because they have to decide if in 2024 Mr. Modi is coming back again, then whether their politics will survive or not. In Bengal, if Mamata Banerjee is there, the BJP cannot form the government. In UP, if BJP has to extend the Gujarat model, then Akhilesh Yadav party has to be annihilated completely. So they have to think whether it is better to be with the Congress or with the BJP. So, and in Maharashtra again, the Shiv Sena and the NCP has to realize. So the problem is much deeper. That's what I'm saying. In opposition unity 1967, 77, 89 has not been because of the willingness within the opposition, but because of realization of the dangers that if Mrs. Gandhi, Nehru Gandhi family and Congress, if remains so hegemonic and so overwhelming, their vajud apne aap khatam ho jayega. That's why in 67 there was opposition unity, in 77 there was opposition unity, in 99 there was an opposition unity. So about Arvind Kejriwal, I think Arvind Kejriwal has realized you all might be up for some surprise. In Delhi, 2 attempts out of 7 seats, could not win a single seat. In Punjab, they had 1 seat. Just after assembly election, they lost even that. So Arvind Kejriwal should realize whether he really wants to be a national player. There's no space for him because the people are not accepting him as a national player.
Oh, I think Arvind Kejriwal will take a while to realize that. But Rashid, A, do you agree with what he says about Kejriwal? And B, this part about, that it's not the opposition that will win, but maybe the BJP will lose the election and opposition will then come together on, like it has in the past.
I think Priya, it's a little wishful to think about, that the BJP will collapse on its own weight, etc., and they'll have a problem.
But they have
the BJP,
how will they peak that number again? They've peaked a lot of states in the north, right?
I'm not saying collapse. It's arithmetic. That's what I'm talking about.
But arithmetic, we are not. You see, will there be a normal election? Normal elections in the sense that without any external or internal, major disquiet or polarization, etc. That's we have to weigh in all these factors. We also know that the most regional players are under the glare of ED and CBI, etc. So there are a lot of things that are happening. I think the story is about the opposition, whether the opposition can get its act together or not. And most important, like we have seen, we're talking about 77, 89, 96, whichever coalition era, there was somebody, even 2004, there was someone who was playing a kind of, anchor's role. That anchor role that Sonia Gandhi had played, that, Harkishan Singh Sujit had played, Vishwanath Pratap Singh had played, JP had played, and all. There is nobody. There are plenty of people. The Congress must trust one of them, whether it is Sharad Pawar, whether it is Chandrababu Naidu, whether it is Farooq Abdullah, or many of them are there. So somebody has to play that role to bring the opposition players, talking, because who will, how many seats and all that will come closer to elections. And as the cycle of elections in Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, etc., that would decide. But the key point is, people must start talking. There is a lot of deep distrust that, Mamata Banerjee keep exhibiting, or Arvind Kejriwal. We can go on talking about strength and weakness, Priya, and we can, as per convenience, we can show Kejriwal a zero or a hero, Mamata, a failure, etc. Most regional players have their comfort zone, or they don't have stake. They don't want to be the defense minister, finance minister, and, external affairs minister of the country. It is the Congress which wants to play that role. So, therefore, I think the stakeholders, Congress has a much bigger stake in national election than any regional party.
And your take on what Ashutosh has said, about the BJP's, how it's going to fare in the next elections, and what Rashid said, that it's the opposition camp that will really decide, not so much the BJP.
देखिए, ये जो आशुतोष कह रहे थे कि बीजेपी को कहां से नंबर मिलेंगे, ये सारे कैलकुलेशंस 2019 के इलेक्शन के पहले भी सारे लोग कर रहे थे कि बीजेपी को कहां से आएंगी सीट्स, ये आप बताओ। वहां उस समय भी ऐसा ही सिचुएशन
लग रहा था, पुलवामा होने के पहले बीजेपी थोड़ी घबराई हुई थी।
नहीं तो इसकी क्या गारंटी है कि 2024 के पहले कोई पुलवामा नहीं होगा?
That's
तो ये सारी बातें कहने की वो है।
इक्वल अगर कुछ बाहर से
अल्टीमेटली वो इलेक्शन जीते ना और पहले से ज्यादा सीट आई उनकी, तो ये चीजें अभी बहुत ही हाइपोथेटिकल है कि वो बीजेपी को कहाँ से सीट मिलेगी या कहाँ से नहीं मिलेगी। हो सकता है महाराष्ट्र में जिस तरह की वो चल रही है एक्टिविटीज चल रही है, उसमें शिवसेना उद्धव ठाकरे फिर से बीजेपी के साथ चले जाएं, फिर क्या करेंगे। तो अभी बहुत सारे, अभी देखिए पूरा एक साल अभी कम से कम बाकी है 2024 के इलेक्शन से पहले, और इस बीच में बहुत सारी चीजें बनेंगी, बिगड़ेंगी, वो सारी चीजें होंगी। पर जो मेन वो है इशू है वो ये है कि अपोजिशन, जो रशीद भी कह रहे हैं कि अपोजिशन यूनिटी के लिए एंकर कौन है, वो अभी तक कहीं कोई दिख नहीं रहा है। राहुल गांधी की लीडरशिप में हो नहीं सकता। मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे को कांग्रेस आगे आने नहीं देना चाहती है। मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे बहुत उसके लिए सूटेबल अभी पर्सनालिटी हैं, उनका स्टेचर है, जिस बैकग्राउंड से वो आते हैं वो है जो मोदी, अभी तक आप देखिए मोदी जी ने जितनी सारी अपने भाषण किए हैं उन्होंने, उनमें मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे को उन्होंने टारगेट नहीं किया है। मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे को वो बचा के ही अपना भाषण करते हैं कांग्रेस के बारे में जब भी बोलते हैं। तो उनको भी रियलाइजेशन है कि मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे के खिलाफ बोलने का बहुत अच्छा असर नहीं होगा। तो खड़गे को अगर आपने बनाया है कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट, तो उनको उस तरह की छूट मिलनी चाहिए कांग्रेस को। आप आशुतोष कह रहे थे कि राहुल गांधी प्राइम कैंडिडेट नहीं होंगे 2024 में, हो सकता है ये बात, लेकिन ये कांग्रेस को कहना पड़ेगा ना कि राहुल गांधी हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर कैंडिडेट नहीं है। कोई कांग्रेस में कहेगा ये बात? मेरे ख्याल से 2024 के इलेक्शन आने तक कोई नहीं कहेगा, रिजल्ट के बाद भी नहीं कहेगा। तो ये कांग्रेस को ये रियलाइज नहीं हो रहा है कि फैमिली को लेकर के अब कोई सिंपैथी नहीं बची है लोगों में, और नरेंद्र मोदी उस मामले में कहीं ज्यादा आगे हैं। मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं कि सरकार सब कुछ अच्छा कर रही है और सरकार से लोग नाराज नहीं है, सरकार से बहुत सारे लोग नाराज भी हैं, पर नरेंद्र मोदी अभी बाकी और नेताओं के कंपैरिजन में पब्लिक का ट्रस्ट उनके ऊपर सबसे ज्यादा है। और उस मामले में अगर कहीं क्लोज मुझे लगता है तो वो नीतीश कुमार लगते हैं। और अगर कांग्रेस मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे को यूज करना चाहे तो खड़गे उसमें एक अच्छे कैंडिडेट हो सकते हैं। तो ये कांग्रेस को सोचना है इस बारे में। और जो अलायंसेस वगैरह हैं, जो रीजनल पार्टीज के अपने कंपल्सन है, वो तो लास्ट तक रहेंगे, वो इलेक्शन अनाउंस होने तक रहेंगे। और ये इतनी जल्दी कोएलिशन वगैरह जो पहले के जो एग्जांपल्स रहे हैं, आप चाहे 67 का दे दीजिए, 73 75 का, 76 का दे दीजिए, 77 का दे दीजिए, या 89 का दे दीजिए, उनके और आज के जो हालात हैं उनके आप कंपैरिजन नहीं कर सकते उनसे। बहुत सारी चीजें बदल गई हैं। पॉलिटिकल पार्टी बीजेपी उस तरह की नहीं रही, अपोजिशन उस तरह का नहीं रहा है, सारे राज्यों में नई लीडरशिप आ गई है। तो उनसे आप इसको तुलना नहीं करनी चाहिए मेरे ख्याल से।
ठीक है, वो खरगे का पॉइंट आई वुड लाइक टू टेक फर्दर। आशुतोष, यू वांट टू क्विकली कमेंट? फिर पीकेडी इज आल्सो वेटिंग।
No, I think it's खड़गे is इतनी जल्दी ये तय कर लेना कि नहीं खड़गे प्राइम मिनिस्ट्रियल कैंडिडेट नहीं होंगे या राहुल गांधी प्राइम मिनिस्ट्रियल कैंडिडेट नहीं होंगे, आई थिंक इट्स टू अर्ली. Why the Congress should concede its ground too early to announce that they are not going to lead the combination, or the Rahul Gandhi will not be prime minister, or the Kharge will not be the prime minister. I think Kharge is ideally suited to be the prime ministerial candidate, but why the opposition should declare it's a prime ministerial candidate?
No, I am not saying they should declare now.
No, I'm just saying कि let Narendra Modi be the prime ministerial candidate from the opposition, and from the opposition point of side, there should not be any prime ministerial candidate. There should be a unity index. The high unity index can do more damage to the BJP and Modi than having a candidate at the prime ministerial candidate.
Okay, I think that's what I think the opposition is also coming to realize कि कोई face नहीं होना चाहिए. PKD, you wanted to come in earlier also on Ashutosh, and now.
What is the what is the idea for the opposition coming together? Because all these political parties are different ideological background. They do not have any ideological common thing in general, most of these people. The second part is that there should be some kind of a rage in the country. What Ashutosh ji was talking about 67, 91 and all these time, you remember whether it was a Mandal Commission, whether it was poverty, whether it is a Bijli, Sadak, Pani. The political narrative in this country is not anymore that. We are much more progressed as a nation, and every individual of every electorate or every citizen today is empowered with the knowledge and information on a daily basis. So you will not be, have you been able to find in the last 8 years or 9 years, except the farmers' protest, even a single street I remember that as a kid, I mean, in the 90s when I was growing up, we have been seeing everyday protests, strikes, Bharat Bandh every second day, and so on and so forth. Where is that today? There is nothing on the street today against anti-government move. But that does not mean that there are people who hate Modi or who hate Modi's politics. I understand that as far as that is concerned, that will always be there in a country of 140 crore people. But the bottom line is that who is against Narendra Modi? If I have to choose two people between Narendra Modi and the next person, will I even a person who hates Modi will be able to go to the other person?
PKD, everybody who put up a face. Rashid wants to quickly come in.
Yeah. No, I think what PKD is is right in the sense that there is a contradiction because the anti-Modi narrative is being, as Indira Gandhi used to say, some issue that excites people is done by Rahul Gandhi, whether it's China or various other issues, etc. Democracy is in danger, etc. So that's done by, and Rahul Gandhi is not acceptable to the opposition. So there is a huge contradiction and a problem on its own thing. So it's nothing to do with Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi is sitting pretty. It is the opposition that needs to sort out.
Correct.
No. Yeah. Most importantly, the bottom line is going to be that it's not about, forget about the opposition unity. Why should somebody, a normal electorate, other than saying that Hindu, it's going on the Hindu side, the Narendra Modi is dividing the people. But that is not the truth. For a normal electorate, is not feeling that on the ground. It's only those who are privileged people who have been having an X amount of high quality life in the Delhi Lutyens feel that the pinch of not getting into anymore in the power. Because
okay. So whatever reason Modi is acceptable to the masses,
Priya, I see. I think it's a overemphasis on the Rahul Gandhi is not acceptable is not truth. See, except Mamata Banerjee, nobody has openly revolted against Rahul Gandhi's name. Even Akhilesh Yadav, I think, in good terms with Rahul Gandhi, and he has no problem with Rahul Gandhi's project. I'm not speaking more. You might be up for surprise in future. You might be up because Kejriwal has also realized that he is not a national player per se. He has realized this. So you can't win if you can't win. See, because if Kejriwal has to survive in Delhi in parliamentary election, he has to align with the Congress party, because last time they tried to have an alliance with the Congress party, and the 4-3 formula was given by the Congress, and the BJ and the Arvind Kejriwal wanted 5-2 formula. It's not that
will be the beginning of the
Kejriwal is a problem with Congress party. He has no problem with the Congress party except if he gets a good bargain. So what I am saying is, except Mamata Banerjee, there is nobody's complaining about Rahul Gandhi, and Rahul Gandhi is not throwing his hat in the ring to become the prime ministerial candidate. See, Stalin has no problem. Sharad Pawar has no problem. Uddhav Thackeray has no problem. Hemant Soren has no problem. Nitish Kumar has no problem. Lalu Prasad has no problem. Farooq Abdullah has no problem. Where is the opposition except Mamata Banerjee?
I think Ashutosh ji said very rightly. The people whomsoever is not having any problem in these states, for an example, Bihar or Jharkhand and any other places, what is the stand of Congress? The Congress there is not even a B, C or D category partner. So what will he take out of the 40 seats? They will be over 5 seats. In these 5 seats, will they be able to come into power in the center?
In the end, the Congress has to decide. It can get the leadership nomenclature, but then it gives, in terms of seats, it will have to give a lot more seats than it has. So these negotiations.
देखो, जिस दिन कांग्रेस 100 सीट ले आएगी, उस दिन ये सारे लोग राहुल गांधी को एक्सेप्ट कर लेंगे एज लीडर, एज प्राइम मिनिस्टर कैंडिडेट. पर अगर कांग्रेस, सवाल ये है कि राहुल गांधी की लीडरशिप में कांग्रेस 100 सीट लेके आएगी क्या?
नहीं आएगी.
निर्मल भाई 2009 में दिग्विजय सिंह ने मेरे को बोला था कि 160 सीट ज्यादा कांग्रेस की नहीं आ रही, 200 से ऊपर सीटें आई थी. यूपी में 21 सीटें आई थी जब किसी ने प्रेडिक्ट नहीं किया. यू नेवर नो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन इन फ्यूचर.
बिल्कुल नहीं, वही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि जिस दिन 100 सीट कांग्रेस की आ जाएंगी, उस दिन राहुल गांधी एक्सेप्टेबल होंगे, पर उससे पहले नहीं है.
Yeah, I agree with you. Otherwise, maybe the Congress can take the lead with a Kharge, but in terms of negotiating, Congress can say we will fight less seats, but let's go with the Congress because it is the pan-India party and it can give the allies the number of seats that they want. Okay, thank you so much. I know PKD, you have a lot to say and everyone, but then we will never end. So thank you for this discussion, and I think I'll get you all back again. 2024 still a long way off. Lot more posturing is
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.